You want to take control of your life? Learn to say no. It sounds simple, right? But let me tell you something. Some of the biggest mistakes you'll ever make come from saying yes too quickly and not saying no soon enough. And that's not just me talking. That's life talking. We live in a world where saying yes is expected. Yes to obligations, yes to extra work, yes to invitations you don't want to attend, yes to relationships that drain you. But every time you say yes to something that doesn't serve you, you're saying no to something that does. You're saying no to your time, your energy, your peace of mind. Josh Billings said it best. Half of the troubles of this life can be traced to saying yes too quickly and not saying no soon enough. Think about that for a second. How many times have you said yes to something you didn't want to do? How many times have you agreed just to avoid disappointing someone else? We do it all the time. We say yes to things that drain us, take our time, pull us away from what really matters. And for what? To make someone else comfortable? To avoid conflict? I had to learn this lesson the hard way. Early in my career, I thought I had to say yes to everything, every opportunity, every request, every favor. I didn't want to let anyone down. I wanted to prove myself. But here's the thing. When you say yes to everything, you say no to yourself. You say no to your peace, no to your focus, no to your purpose. And that's not a life worth living. There was a time when I had to make a choice, a tough choice. I had an opportunity that looked good on the outside, big money, big exposure, but something in me said no. My gut told me, Denzel, this isn't for you. But the pressure was there. People were saying, you have to take this. It's too good to pass up. And I almost said yes. Almost. But then I thought about my purpose, my values, the kind of man I wanted to be. And I walked away. And let me tell you something. It was one of the best decisions I ever made. Saying no isn't about being rude or difficult. It's about being clear. Clear about who you are. Clear about what you stand for. Clear about what deserves your time and energy. Because your time, that's your life. And once you give it away, you don't get it back. You have to protect it, guard it, because nobody else will do it for you. Look at some of the most successful, fulfilled people in the world. They know how to say no. Warren Buffett once said, the difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything. Think about that. It's not about doing more. It's about doing what matters. It's about making space for the things that bring real value to your life. Steve Jobs was the same way. He once said, innovation is saying no to 1,000 things. That's how he built Apple into what it is today. Not by saying yes to everything, but by focusing on what truly mattered. And if some of the most brilliant minds in history understood the power of saying no, why shouldn't you? But I get it. Saying no is hard. We're taught to be agreeable, to be liked, to make people happy. But at what cost? If saying yes to everyone else means saying no to yourself, then you're paying too high a price. You're sacrificing your own well-being for the sake of others' comfort. And that's not a fair trade. Here's what I want you to do. The next time someone asks you for something, before you answer, pause. Think. Ask yourself, is this right for me? Does this align with my goals, my values, my energy? And if the answer is no, then say no. And say it with confidence. You don't owe anyone an explanation. You don't have to apologize for protecting your time. You don't have to feel guilty for prioritizing yourself. Let's talk about some practical solutions here. If you struggle with saying no, practice it in small ways. Start by setting boundaries in your daily life. If someone asks you to do something you don't want to, respond with something like, I appreciate you thinking of me, but I can't commit to that right now. Or, I have too much on my plate at the moment. Another trick. Delay your response. If someone asks you for something and you feel pressured to say yes, tell them you need time to think about it. This gives you space to evaluate whether it aligns with your priorities. And if it doesn't, you walk away with no regrets. And let me tell you something. When you start saying no to the things that don't serve you, you make room for the things that do. You create space for what truly matters. Your dreams, your health, your peace. And that, my friend, is where real success begins. So stop saying yes to things you don't want. Stop overcommitting. Stop stretching yourself thin just to please other people. Learn to say no and watch how your life changes. Watch how you feel lighter, freer, more in control. Because at the end of the day, it's not about how much you do for others. It's about how much of yourself you save for what really matters.